Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into a topic that's about as much fun as a root canal on your birthday inflation. It's that inescapable economic force that seems to be shrinking our wallets faster than a raccoon in a dryer. And let's be honest, no one enjoys feeling like they need to take out a payday loan to afford a head of lettuce. Over the next few minutes, we're going to unpack how inflation is quietly, or not so quietly, wreaking havoc on your everyday life. We'll explore 5 specific ways rising prices are impacting you, because frankly, pretending it's not happening isn't going to make it go away. So buckle up, grab your least depressing spreadsheet, and get ready to learn how inflation is affecting the cost of living for you and your family. And spoiler alert, it's probably worse than you think. Remember when you could walk into a grocery store without having an existential crisis in the produce aisle? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Those were the days when you could fill your cart without feeling like you were signing away your life savings. But in all seriousness, grocery prices have gone absolutely bonkers over the past year. It's like we're living in some dystopian reality where basic necessities are now luxury items. We're talking about price hikes that would make even the most seasoned coupon clipper break into a cold sweat. Clipping coupons used to be a fun Sunday activity, but now it feels like a high-stakes game of survival.
The humble loaf of bread, once a symbol of affordability, has morphed into a luxury item, right up there with caviar and those little umbrellas they put in fancy cocktails. It's almost laughable if it weren't so tragic. And don't even get me started on milk. A gallon of milk now costs more than a gallon of gas. The price of a gallon is now high enough to make you consider investing in a backyard cow. Imagine the savings and the fresh milk every morning.
And the fresh produce aisle? Forget about it. It's like walking through a ghost town with only a few sad-looking vegetables left behind. It's become a veritable minefield of price tags that will make your eyes water faster than chopping onions. You almost need a second mortgage just to afford a salad. A single bell pepper costs more than a movie ticket these days, and that's not even the organic kind. I mean, at this rate, we'll all be forced to subsist on ramen noodles and tap water. It's the new gourmet meal for the budget conscious. It's enough to make you want to take up foraging. Who knew that wild berries and dandelion greens would become the new superfoods of the future? Let's talk about housing, shall we? That magical place where we rest our weary heads, store our novelty mugs, and increasingly hand over our entire paychecks. Because thanks to our good friend inflation, housing costs have soared higher than a falcon on a Red Bull bender.
Renters, you're not off the hook here. Landlords are slapping on rent increases faster than you can say eviction notice. And finding an affordable place to live in many cities is about as likely as finding a unicorn riding a Roomba through your local park.
The numbers are frankly terrifying. In some areas, rent has increased by double digits in just the past year. And it's not just happening in big, expensive cities. Even smaller towns and rural areas are feeling the squeeze.
Transportation. The lifeblood of our daily routines, the invisible thread that connects our lives and keeps the world moving. The magical ability to get from point A to point B without resorting to riding a donkey or, God forbid, walking. It's a marvel of modern society, a testament to human ingenuity. But in the age of inflation, even the simple act of getting around has become a luxury. The cost of transportation has skyrocketed, turning what was once a mundane task into a financial burden.
Let's start with the obvious: gas prices. They've been climbing steadily, making every trip to the pump a painful experience. Remember when filling up your tank didn't feel like you were making a down payment on a kidney? Those days seem like a distant memory now. Yeah, those were the days when a full tank of gas didn't require a small loan or a second job. Now it's enough to make you want to trade your car for a horse-drawn carriage. At least hay is cheaper than gasoline.
But it's not just gas. The cost of maintaining a vehicle, from insurance to repairs, has also gone up. Public transportation fares are also on the rise, making it even more expensive for people to get to work, school, or, anywhere that doesn't involve sitting on their couch and contemplating the futility of existence. And let's not forget the overcrowded buses and trains that make the experience even more unpleasant.
And don't even get me started on air travel. What was once a relatively affordable way to see the world has become a luxury reserved for the few. Remember when you could snag a cheap flight and jet off to a tropical paradise for a week of relaxation? Those spontaneous getaways are now a thing of the past. Now a round-trip ticket will cost you more than your entire wardrobe. The dream of affordable travel has been grounded by soaring prices, leaving many to wonder if they'll ever see the world beyond their own backyard again.
Welcome to the thrilling world of utility bills, where every month brings a new adventure in financial anxiety. The only thing more predictable than the monthly arrival of your statement is the feeling of existential dread that washes over you when you open it. Because you guessed it, inflation is coming for your electricity, your water, and even your garbage collection. It's like a relentless wave hitting every aspect of your daily life. And yes, even your garbage collection isn't safe from these rising costs.
First up, let's talk about everyone's favorite electricity, those lights in your home, the ones you need to, see things. They're getting more expensive to keep on, and it's not just the lights. Every electrical appliance, every gadget, every device you plug in is contributing to that ever-growing bill. They're getting more expensive to keep on. And don't even get me started on running the air conditioning in the summer or the heater in the winter. You might as well just set your money on fire and roast marshmallows over the flames. But it's not just the cost of actually using electricity that's going up. Oh no, that would be far too simple. Many utility companies are also raising their monthly service charges because apparently just having the audacity to be a customer is now a luxury.
But it's not just the cost of actually using electricity that's going up. Oh no, that would be far too simple. Many utility companies are also raising their monthly service charges because apparently just having the audacity to be a customer is now a luxury.
And the water bill? Don't even get me started. The cost of staying hydrated and clean is climbing too. It's like every drop of water is now worth its weight in gold. So brace yourselves, because the unfun kind of shocking is here to stay. Let's talk about healthcare, shall we? That essential service that's supposed to keep us healthy, but often feels more like a highway robbery disguised as a doctor's visit. And guess what? Inflation is here to make it even worse. Remember when you could pop a couple of ibuprofen and call it a day? Well, those days are long gone. The price of medications has skyrocketed, making it harder than ever for people to afford the treatments they need. We're talking about life-saving medications that are now priced higher than a Tesla Model S, because apparently staying alive should only be accessible to the wealthy. And don't even get me started on the cost of actually seeing a doctor. Those 5 minutes you get to spend with a physician before they're whisked away to see their next patient, yeah, that'll cost you an arm and a leg. So, there you have it. 5 ways inflation is slowly but surely turning our lives into an overpriced, under-seasoned salad bowl of despair. We've covered the rising cost of groceries, housing, transportation, utilities, and healthcare. And frankly, it's enough to make you want to crawl into a hole and live off the grid. But before you do, let's take a moment to acknowledge the absurdity of it all. Because while inflation might be a complex economic issue, the impact it's having on our lives is painfully simple. It's making it harder for everyday people to make ends meet. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more informative content. And be sure to let us know in the comments how inflation is affecting you personally. Because misery loves company, and frankly, we could all use a good commiseration session right about now.